Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Nomataro. Hope you're doing well. And if you're new here, do consider subscribing to this channel so that you're notified of my future uploads, as well as give a like to this video. And also, if you find this talking to be slow of mine, you can always change the video speed to 1.25x or faster or slower, however you wish. And as for the topic today, you might have seen the thumbnail as well as the top title. The topic for today is, what kind of a parent will you be? So in case if you are a new parent or someone who's expecting or someone who has already been parenting for quite some time and you wish to know what kind of a parent you are, yes, this is the reading for you. And also, please do share this video to someone whom you know will be benefited by it, a new parent or someone who's considering being a parent. And yes, with that being said, in the thumbnails you'll be having two images. You can choose from that or you can choose from these two. This will be pile 1 and this will be pile 2, and I will see you at your timestamps. Hi, Pailwan. Welcome to your reading. And for your cards, we got Networker, Beggar, and we have Lemon Eucalyptus saying sovereignty as well as Siberian Fir acceptance. So, how I just wanted to do this reading is like I would like to see the light aspects of these cards, whereby this will denote how what kind of a positive impact you will have as a parent or as a overseer, and this will be the challenging aspect of being a parent or a nurturer or something. So these two cards is what we'll be seeing, and then we'll be having two guidance. So I'll just get into the reading. So first we got is networker, and the light aspect says enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. And for the beggar, we have light attributes. It says confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self esteem. So, what I'm getting here is, as a parent, I think you might be someone who will encourage your kids to, be someone who's a part of the club. Network is someone who is, who's always in connection with the people around them, be it their community, be it their school, be it their, any whichever big organization they are a part of. I think as a partner, you might consciously or unconsciously rub it off to your children. And something in astrology they say is people tend to change after their childbirth. It's like yeah, even if you are not someone who considers themselves very social, I think this aspect of you will come out, will bloom out, because it will be intrinsically connected to what you should be doing here as a parent. So you might be inculcating the concepts of networking within your children, and you might be the source of good connections for your kids, or you might also help them foster better connections, giving them the confidence to talk to people, and exchanging. I think there are a lot of letters, right? Especially when it comes to their career and other things. I think you'll be someone who is very much letting them, yeah, giving them the confidence to go after their goals. I think the shadow is also important, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. I think somewhere you will also teach them how to navigate, or how to weed out the fear and falseful information, or the kind of people to avoid with. And also for personal gain, you will also help them to realize who's there around them for their personal gain, and not in their best interest, that is their kids best interest. I think you will teach them about the world, is what I'm getting from the cards. As a parent, you will be that force, like the wind behind their sail, so to speak. And you will teach them how the ways of the world, and how people work, as well as what do they mean when they say certain things. So yeah, sharing of information engenders social awareness and empathy. You might also be someone who you know you might teach empathy to your kids beyond by being someone who is empathetic to them. Sometimes that's how kids learn, right? And also beggar here talks about confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awaken the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self esteem. I think you might also be someone who teaches kids fairly young that survival of the fittest is both the ways of the world. I think you might be someone who is steadfast, and also, who tests them basically to. Pushes them forward to achieve the certain things for them. I think this also, this might be how your kid might see you. Oh my god, my dad comes here, oh my god, my mom comes here, they will be coming here. Maybe you might also tell them the stories of survival you have witnessed. And you might be someone who also puts them through tests, like you will not just like that get them things. You will make them or say earn whatever they wish to have in their life, especially through you, especially in the form of gifts. So you help them to know the value of life. And also it's like, yeah, through which they will also gain this concept of humility, compassion, and also self-esteem. Because I think once you start to taunt your kids or like make them work for it, I think they will eventually find that grit and determination to go after the things they want for themselves. I think that is the energy of positivity, or the kind of positive effect you will have as a parent. And as far as the negative kind of like the challenging aspect would be sovereignty, and it says the trigger statement is what will they think. The true statement says I navigate through life with ease, and it says now you must claim your energetic independence, cut the cords to lower vibrations. It is time to ascend. I think this part of the reading is given to so that you realize sometimes when you are so neck deep in parenting, you might tend to overlook the aspects whereby you are causing trouble to your kids, or at least they will perceive you that way. So somewhere I think you might challenge their sovereignty repeatedly because you are a parent and you are out there teaching them. I think you need to take care that you don't bother them with what others will think, because your kids will have their own sovereignty, they will their own individuality. And do not plague them with the thought that what society will think. Again, as I said, you'll be someone who introduces the kids to the society. I think somewhere make sure that they don't lose their individuality to be a part of the group. Do not constantly instill in them that they should be fearful or watch over their back, as to watch over their shoulder as to who is plotting against them and like that. They should feel like they are navigating life with you around them. They shouldn't feel like oh, what will my parent think. So don't instill that fear in them that you might somewhere reject them in case if they don't fall in line. So that can be the challenging aspect of it. And it says like see, your kids might also try to get that energetic independence from you if you do not you don't act in a malleable fashion. Cut the cost, lower vibration, it is time to ascend. I think this might also be a learned trait of you, to protect your kids. But the cards are saying cut the cost to lower vibrations, it is time to ascend. I think it is time to do parenting very differently, because this will be the part where you will be feeling challenged. And in case if your own parents were like that towards you, fearful of society, fearful of a survival, I think you are here to do the things differently, so that you are also showing yourself as a sovereign being and also encouraging that with your kids. And the other aspect of it will be acceptance. It says trigger statement is we must remember. True statement says I am free of the habits that do not serve me. It says lay down the armor passed down to you from your family, release habits that are not serving you, and forgive on behalf of the generation past. Oh my god, isn't that what I just said? Like I think yeah, instead of passing down something like a culture, like a heritage, some kind of being. So this is how we have always been doing. I used to respect my parents, so you should do that to me. And I acted in ways where my parents will be proud of, so you should also do that to me. So such things, like we must remember what our parents did. I think it's one to actually genuinely recollect what your parents have sacrificed for you, but on the other hand, just to justify your treatment of your kids, do not invoke your parents or your ancestors, is what this card is saying. So you have to accept your new parenting style, as well as the generation you are living in. And also be accepting of the kids which are born to you at the whichever generation is. So this can be applied to you in case if you are right now a parent of a teenager, or if you are someone who is yet to be thinking about starting a family or something. You should have this acceptance that whichever time you are planning to start, it may not really be the time in which you were raised. So I think you should stop trying to live through your kids vicariously, the childhood which you lived. So somewhere it says I'm free of the habits that do not serve me. I think yeah, the habits which served you well at when you were 10 will not serve you when you were 20. So similarly, I think the kind of parenting you observe will not work in the time and age your kids, or like you'll be parenting your kids. So that's what the cards are saying. This can be a little bit challenging for you, especially this time and age. I think now we are in a more open world, right, where we have LGBTQIA people, and also a lot of things like new age and other things, even be it, religion, spirituality, or even gender fluidity, or even the kind of professions kids and people choose. I think it is important for you to be very accepting of it, the kind of parent. But of course you have to remember that your kids don't lose their sovereignty. You might also, I understand you might be someone who is considerate about concerned about that survival of the fittest of the world. Like if the world goes one way, you cannot survive going the other way, right? I think it is one to inculcate individuality in your kid, as well as help them to um also try to be a part of the group without losing it. So I think you have to maintain this delicate balance, and that is where your journey of parenting will be. And for your cards, it says like guidance is that surrender to your full power. And it says your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small, as well as surrender procrastination. Now it is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. I think this is what you should also be doing with your life, because this your parenting journey will have you surrendering procrastination, because you cannot how to say hope to achieve things and setting a bad example to your kids, when you don't do that. So I think your kids will be watching you, and you know how much ever power you step into is exactly what they will also be emulating from you. So these are your guidance cards. And the yeah, again, what you do instead of playing small, that is also something which you should encourage in your kids, because yeah, they shouldn't be fearful of playing to their what to say max potential. So you should be encouraging them to step into the full power, and also not let them procrastinate their what to say yeah, their goals or their timelines and other things. So you should be that person who's behind them, and also you also shouldn't procrastinate your activity, so that they learn good well from you. So this is what I got for you, pile one, from your reading, and I hope you like this reading. Do give me a like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, pile two, welcome to your reading. And for the reading, how I would like to proceed is the light aspects of your parental journey, or the kind of parent you would be, will be these two cards. And also we'll be having the challenging aspect of your parental journey in these two cards, and I'll be having there is a guidance cards, and I'll take this in the last. And yeah, let's go. And for the cards you got: mother, light attribute says nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attribute says smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. And the virgin says light attributes, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Shadow attribute says fear of intimate union. Since these both cards came on the light side, so I'm inclined to see it in the positive light. So the mother card actually is a dead giveaway, right? Like for a in a parent related reading, and you're getting the parent card, or the parent card. So even if you're going to, if you're a guy and if you're tuning in to see what kind of a father you'd be, I think it still applies, because there is a lot of maternal energy here, there's a lot of soft and delicate energy here, and it says like patience, unconditional love. I think as a parent you'll be someone who embodies patience and unconditional love towards your kids, and this is exactly how your kids also will see you, as someone who nurtures them, and also basically has the joy in interacting with them. Sometimes it not always happens that parents are very joyous with their kids, right? Sometimes they get frustrated, sometimes they get annoyed, and but you'll be that person whom who literally grins or brims up when you see your kids. I think that's where your kids also realize that they are wanted in your life. I mean, that's a very huge thing, right? And also it says smothering or abandoning children, and I think you will be that person who will never abandon your kids, never let them feel abandoned. Also instilling guilt in children for becoming independent, I think you will be someone, through your love, through your care and support, you might also be someone who will help your kids achieve milestones pretty early on, because I think in through your love and support, I think your children will be so nourished, and then they'll be outgrowing themselves, like that. I think I don't want to put want you to put any pressure on yourself to create kids like that, but I'm just saying it's like just when you do your part right, I think universe will also reward you based on that. And even when the kids are known that they are unconditionally loved, I think they will start to grow. It's like when they are properly nourished, everyone will start to grow very well. I think emotionally, physically and spiritually, right? I think that kind of love aspect, I think you are someone who will supply it in abundance. And for the virgin card, it says like maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. I think because you, since you come across as someone who's very pure, who's very loving to them, I think it also gives them that example that even they should also be that. I think they might also grow up to believing that this world is a very kind place also because of you, and they might also be encouraged to maintain their own sense of purity within them. And also here it says fear of intimate union. I think you will be someone who can easily have these conversations with your kids. I mean, sometimes most parents, they tend to be very hierarchical in their approach to the kids, and then they miss out on that opportunity, right? They won't give the PDAs, they won't hug the kids, they won't treat these human things as normal. So that makes the kids, basically hide stuff and other things. But in your case, I would say like your kids might find it easier for themselves to open up about these intimate things with you, especially what's going on in their love life and other things. And if they need love also, they might even be someone who's asking, look at this girl, she's surrounded by hearts and she's closed up to love, right? I think it's not easy in this world, especially when the way generally the people are raised. We have a lot of people who are struggling to show love, express love, ask for love, right? I think your kids will not have issues with this kind aspect of being, though yeah, because its love is all around her. I think your kids don't have to run away and search in wrong places for love. Is what I'm getting. As a parent, I think you will ensure that they feel loved. And for the challenging aspect of your parental journey will be opportunity. And the trigger statement says, "I doubt it." True statement says, "There is hope." With fresh eyes, see the potential within this situation. Green Mandarin. And for the next card, it says self-worth. Trigger statement says, "I'm disgusting." True statement says, "I'm a miracle." Please be gentle and love yourself. Provide your body mind with what it truly needs to carry you on your journey. I think the challenging aspect of your parental journey could be that you might have certain doubts on your kids. Like, though you are someone who's very loving, I think you will be doubtful that will the world accept my kid, because I do accept, I give the love, I as long as I'm the one there for them, yes, they are in a good place. But will the world accept them as I do? And will the world see their gifts as I do? I think this is where you have to believe that there is hope, that the world can be a kinder place, because with fresh eyes see the potential within this situation. I think you might, in case if you mother or father multiple kids, I think you should be open to embracing different ways of parenting for different kids. I think each kid will have their own what to say, their own uniqueness, right? So you shouldn't say, in case if one of your style doesn't suit the other kid, you shouldn't get down in the dumps about, oh my god, I'm not doing a good job, right? You shouldn't doubt your parenting skills. So you should see that as an opportunity, a different child as an opportunity to bring out a different version of you, a different way of parenting, which you can learn. Yeah, that again, you shouldn't question your parenting skills. That might happen because if your kids challenge you, you might think like, oh my god, am I not good enough, am I not a good parent enough? So that could be a possible. And also this can you might indirectly also be putting your kids down when you're not confident with yourself. I think most parents tend to downplay this aspect of it. Wait, I'll finish this card and I'll get back to it. And this yeah, this ties very well with what I was saying here. Self-worth, "I am disgusting." True statement says, "I'm a miracle." I think somewhere you do know that your kids are your miracle, but you should also make them feel thus. Though you are loving and other things, it is one to be loved by their mother. It is another to know that even on a world stage, like the kid can do well, because each soul here is unique in itself, and it is a miracle whether anyone else accepts that or not. Because you should teach your kids the ways of the world. Please be gentle and love yourself. Provide your body mind with what it truly needs to carry you on your journey. I think somewhere even your self-love journey will be impacting your parental skills. That's what I was trying to tell here. Because as parents, you might I mean, the adults might downplay the their impact on the kids, right? Like especially when they don't have low self-worth, and if they are doubting themselves, it easily influences the kids who are around you. Kids are very porous, so they do pick up on the energies even if they don't know what exactly they are picking up on, and that is something which you should be careful. And if you are someone who's doubtful, who's fearful of things going bad, people not accepting, hopeless, sometimes you might be feeling hopeless. Even if you don't utter a single word, even if you don't go around telling your kids that they are disgusting, or you feel that you are disgusting, your kids will pick up on the low vibe which you are circling on. So I think this is where you should feel you should be very cautious, I would say. Like how you instill the self-worth in your kids, because love alone is enough when we are in the four corners of four walls of the family home, that is. But once you step out, I think self-worth is very much needed. Self-worth here is like the manipura chakra, right? The sun energy, solar energy. Yeah, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be disgusted with yourself, nor should you try to say mean things, because I'm not getting like you will be saying mean things, but in case your kids test you and you have to go off on rails, I think you should be very gentle. Even in your anger, you should hold them gently, as though they are a miracle. Like yeah, provide your body mind with what it truly needs to carry you on your journey. I think this, in addition to this imagery, I think, look at this girl. She in another perspective, she looks like she's all alone by herself, right? Though there is love around, like it's as though her mother's love is still embracing her, but she's all alone. This also talks about virgin. It's like someone who's not willing to open up to others, because they know they will not get that mother love equivalent, right? I think somewhere you should help your child to open up, romantically also, and also love matters. Yeah, you should encourage them to provide for themselves what they need for the rest of their journey. That you should be very open to it. If not, they need to have this self that that they are pretty, they are good looking, or they are accomplished. They should never feel this, I am disgusting. Somewhere if you feel that way about yourself, guess what, it will indeed trickle down to those kids also, some way, subconsciously, unconsciously, it will trickle down. So be watchful of how you treat yourself, because that will indeed impact the kids. So yeah, that's the negative aspect of it. And let me get you the guidance. And it says, surrender fear, let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself, stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So yeah, I think, if in case if your kids test you, and if you also, you're very stubborn, like my way or highway, I think you'll receive a good pushback from them, because your kids are going to, after all, resemble you in some way, right? And also surrender fear, like in case, how I will be, what kind of a parent will I be. So such fears and all, am I doing the right thing, those things, do not let it take much more energy than it is required. I think it is one to face the fear and then act, or it is another to, stay in the fear for a very long period of time, whereby, you eventually end up manifesting all the wrong outcomes for yourself. And also that, yeah, these are the guidance. You shouldn't be stubborn with your kids, as well as do not fear, even for their future, I would say. Just trust and believe that you will get the good outcome, and you will be happy seeing your kids thrive. So yeah, that's the reading I got for you, Pile 2. Hope you like this. Give me a like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.